I lost so much freaking money dropshipping on Shopify. But how did I lose so much money? Hey, what's going on guys? Shri Kanase here, and today I wanted to make a little different kind of video for you guys. I know usually I have the how-to videos such as how to do this or how to do that, but today I just wanted to sit down and just tell you a little story about how I lost a lot of money through dropshipping with Shopify. I did gain much more than I lost, however, but it's always important to learn from the losses and try to improve upon them. So like always, if you guys do enjoy my videos, please hit that like button because that lets me know that I should be putting out more videos like these, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with this awesome content I put out basically every week. And let's just jump right into it. So whenever there's online business or business in general, a businessman has to go through struggles and conquer those struggles in order to be successful at the end. Now this is the main reason why so many people fear from becoming businessmen or starting their own businesses, which is because they have to deal with such things and they think these problems are basically between life and death, which is not true at all. But what we like to do is just make these small problems seem so big that we end up not pursuing what we want to. And this is the main reason why only a few people are successful at the end through business. Because like the famous stats say, 9 out of 10 businesses fail. But that's why I'm here to help you guys become that 1 out of 10 business that does succeed and goes on to make millions and millions of dollars. But even me, I faced a lot of struggle in the beginning, but then I did conquer it and come out through the end as a more successful person. But the main problems that I faced in my Shopify dropshipping career, which made me lose a lot of money, I have outlined here in this Google Doc. Then the first one is AliExpress appeals. Now I'm sure you guys have probably seen this appeal notification on your AliExpress account if you have been ordering on AliExpress, and if you haven't seen it, you'll start to see it once you get a lot of orders on your Shopify store. But basically what AliExpress does is, for safety reasons, they make you appeal your credit card that you use to purchase these items. And this is really a pain in the ass when you're getting hundreds of orders every day, but then you can't order it on AliExpress. And this is exactly what happened to me when I began to scale my first winning product. I was so happy. I was basically on cloud 9 and just super excited to get all these orders. But then pretty soon I got this message on my AliExpress account which basically kind of demotivated and put me down because I had never dealt with this before and I had no idea how to deal with it. But during this time I lost around $2,000 simply because I couldn't order any of the items, and by the time my account was fully verified I had over 600 to 800 orders that I had to fulfill. And those were really stressful times, believe it or not. Even though I was making a tons of money, it was very stressful for me because I had so many orders unfulfilled. And in such a time it becomes very important to have a good relationship with your supplier. And I was kind of saved by this because I did have my supplier added on Skype and I regularly contacted him, and I had developed somewhat of a personal relationship with him. So it wasn't just all about business, but I had inquired about his personal life and everything. So it was more like a friendship, and in this time he did help me a lot because he let me pay for these orders later on, and he did still end up fulfilling these orders. And the way he fulfilled them is by me sending a CSV file to him. And he would just send it back to me, and then I would just enter the tracking number from that CSV file into my store. But even with that, I did lose a lot of money during this time period just because I was scaling so fast. And if you guys haven't already watched my scaling video, be sure to check that out because that is the exact strategy I used to scale so fast, basically from earning $200 to $300 per day to over $55,000 in less than a week. And those were some of my best times in my life, but they did come with a lot of problems, but I did end up conquering them and moving forward. But this was my first struggle, my main struggle with Shopify and how I lost so much money. And shortly after I conquered this struggle, I had yet another struggle, which is my payment gateway got banned. And this was really a big setback for me because setting up a new payment gateway takes tons of time and paperwork. And the main reason why my payment gateway was banned was because I had originally registered it for my eBay business, not my Shopify business. And when they found out that I was getting such a high volume of orders and these orders were not coming from eBay, they immediately shut down my account because this was like not complying with their policies. And in addition to that, they held over $5,000 in the banned account, so I couldn't get that money back before 90 days. Again, this was a very big setback for me, and I scrambled to find other payment gateways, and luckily I had Shopify payments. And the only reason why I was not using Shopify payments was because it was holding 25% of my money for 90 days. But at this point, I had no choice but to use that while I registered for another payment gateway. So as you can see, within a month's time period, I had faced two big problems. And these are often common with business because when there's a lot of money and income, there's a lot of stress. And there was stress for me during this time period as well. But the third thing on my list was my PayPal account, which was limited. Now, this happened a little bit before I began using Shopify, but this was again a big thing for me because I literally had no other way of getting my customers money because my payment gateway was banned and AliExpress kept on trying to make me appeal the account. And in this situation, PayPal would have been very beneficial, but again, it was limited, so I couldn't use it at all. And I do personally believe if I had PayPal, I could have saved a lot of stress and hassle, but not having PayPal definitely did harm me. But on the contrary, having a very good website that was optimized for conversions basically boosted my conversion rate. So even without PayPal, I was getting over 4% conversion rate, which is very amazing. But this was also one of the reasons why I lost so much money. And the fourth thing was tracking numbers not updating. There's always going to be customers who email you every single day asking where their package is and why their tracking numbers are not updating. And there are also other customers who will charge back on the third day if they don't receive their products, even though you mentioned that it will take 12 to 20 days for it to arrive. And this was a big problem when I was scaling because my supplier was having some kinds of trouble supplying so many products to my customers, and so this would lead to a lot of the tracking numbers not getting updated for up to weeks. And this was a very big problem during Chinese New Year, which was in February, when I had to refund I think over 100 orders, and that is also where I lost thousands of dollars. But this is why it becomes so much more important to have a backup supplier and not just rely on one single supplier, because you can get screwed over if they have trouble supplying you the orders or if they go missing somewhere. So definitely do have backups for payment gateways, as we just learned, and also for suppliers. And again, this led to tons and tons and tons of refunds. But again, I never lost hope and I never gave up on dropshipping because there is so much potential in dropshipping. Basically, even if you lose a couple $1,000s, you can earn that back within a single month and earn over 10 times that amount that you lost over the time period that you do dropship. So this was just a little video on what I personally went through, and also I gave some suggestions on what you guys could do to prevent from facing similar conditions, because these are very stressful conditions and they could cost your business a lot of money, and it could also end up completely destroying your business. So you have to keep calm and use your mind during such situations and just hope for the best. So if you guys did find this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time.